Hi everyone. Hopefully your preparation is going well. These are the questions we are going to try in today's episode. These questions are from a practice session of modulus which are included in mathematics courses. The solutions are exactly those which are provided in the course itself. If you have tried these questions, then go ahead and watch the solutions and discussion related to it, which will be starting right away. And if you have not tried it, we'll recommend you to try it once before you watch the solutions. Before we start discussing the solution, let me take a moment to introduce some fascinating courses at Mathoratory. Simply visit our website and check the plethora of options we provide for CAT, GMAT, and other aptitude test preparation. We strongly believe in providing flexibility and convenience to students as per the requirements. You will have an option to either take a full course or learn exactly what you need to. For instance, if you plan to prepare one-to-one live with mentor, you can book sessions for only doubt clearing or even just for analyzing your mocks. Even for CAT preparation, if you don't need the one-to-one guidance, the mocks, the mock analysis, the workshops, or the GDPI, which are actually included in the comprehensive course, and you just want to train for specific topics of your choice, then simply select a capsule from these numerous options which are available to you. It will cover everything from basics to all variations and applications of the topic under study. Take a trial or book a demo with us and select the course which best suits your needs. Let's now continue with today's video and enjoy the solution and discussion related to it.
You have mod of 2x plus 3 plus mod of 3x minus 2. Can't we write this as something like this? We can rewrite whatever is given as something like this, right? Now, if you look at the critical points here, there are two critical points. One is minus 3 by 2 and another is 2 by 3, right? Obviously, x has to be placed somewhere in between these two in order to minimize. Now, once we place anywhere in between these two, the distance between x and minus 3 by 2, that distance will be counted twice. So this distance is counted twice. And the distance between x and 2 by 3 will be counted thrice. So if you look at this expression or look at this sum of distances now, the entire distance between minus 3 by 2 and 2 by 3 has been counted twice for sure. But you have this extra bit of distance from this last line on the right hand side. So from x to 2 by 3, this distance, this extra distance counted one time. So we need to minimize this one. In order to do that, I mean, the way we can minimize this distance is by placing x on 2 by 3. If we place it on 2 by 3, then what happens is the entire distance between 2 by 3 and minus 3 by 2 gets counted twice, and that's it. So how to figure that out without doing this thing completely is simple, that you observe the coefficients here, because the coefficients are determining how many times are the distances getting counted, right? So if you look at the original expression, forget about whatever I've written on the right hand side of the board. So if you look at the original expression, so you have 2 here and 3 here. So these are the two coefficients that are available to us. Out of that, whichever has the higher coefficient, that will create more number of distances. So just make that thing 0. So if you make 3x minus 2 0, so you don't even have to rewrite all of this. So 3x minus 2 equal to 0 implies what? X is 2 by 3. So we are taking this critical point 2 by 3. So if we substitute x equal to 2 by 3, this bit is anyhow going to be 0. So eliminate that. Whatever is the value coming from this will be the answer. So what is the answer? 4 by 3 plus 3, that is 13 by 3. Everything has a coefficient of 1, so we don't have the disparity in the coefficients here. So every distances will be counted one times only. The only difference is you have a lot of points in this case. Before I get into all of these points, let me first explain to you what happens if we have 4 points. Yeah, so if we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm saying mod of x minus 1 plus mod of x minus 2 plus mod of x minus 3 and mod of x minus 4, that's it. So first I'll just circle out 2 points. So let us ignore these two as of now. Let us just focus on 1 and 4. So if I place x anywhere in between 1 and 4, anywhere, the distance between x and 1 is going to be counted once, and the distance between x and 4 is also going to be counted once, the extreme points out here. So wherever I place x in between 1 and 4, one time this entire distance between 1 and 4 is going to be counted, right? That is going to happen. Now, if we focus on this 2 and 3, wherever we place this x, we should be placing x in between 2 and 3 as well. the distance between x and 2 and the distance between x and 3 is also going to be counted. So this distance between 2 and 3 is effectively also getting counted. So when we add the distances, what is happening here? So as many points you have, depending on that, you start with the extreme pairs, you find the distance between those two, you come back 1 point either side, again take the distance between those two and keep on doing that, repeating that over and over again. Okay, so if we use this idea here, what is the first pair? The first pair is 1 and 100, right? And the distance between these two will be 99. The next pair, I can straight away say it is 97. I don't have to look at the points because they are continuous points. There's an increase of 1 on this side and there's a decrease of 1 on this side. So the difference should definitely reduce by 2, right? And this process will go on. I can definitely say that somewhere or the other it has to hit on 1. So the total should be 99 plus 97 up to 1 somewhere or the other, right? As I said, I mean, doesn't matter where it hits. So 1 plus 3 plus all of this up to 99, that will be the total sum here. Now, these are all the odd numbers from 1 to 99. So that's an AP series. For AP series, the average is the average of the first term and the last term. So average of 1 and 99 will be 50. This is the average. And how many terms do I have? From 1 to 100, we have 50 odd terms and 50 even terms. So these are the 50 odd terms, right? So we have 50 terms here. So average is 50 and the number of terms is 50. So this should be the total. So that is 2500. So the minimum possible value here is 2500. All right. Is there any difference between the one that is provided, this one, and this? Is there any difference between this and this? We are looking for integer values, obviously real numbers. So if we have real numbers, x square will be always non-negative and mod x whole square will also be always non-negative. So doesn't make any difference. We can write x square as mod x square. Mod x is always non-negative. Squaring that will remain non-negative, right? Now this is simply a quadratic on mod x itself, isn't it? So let's solve for mod x to begin with. So you have mod x minus 1 and mod x minus 4, less than 0, treated as a polynomial on mod x. So we have the three blocks. The right hand side will be positive, negative, and this positive. So this is negative we are looking for. So this is the section we are looking for. So what is the range of mod x? The range of mod x is between 1 and 4. Now let us get back to x. So I'm taking all of this off. So we're looking for the magnitude to lie between 1 and 4, right? So it should lie between 1 and 4, the magnitude. So it should be either in between these two or in between these two. So either in between 1 and 4 or in between minus 1 and minus 4. So that is for x, that is, because that is what we're looking for. We're looking for solutions of x. So in between 1 and 4, as many integer values we'll have. In between minus 1 and minus 4, we'll have that many integer values. So we have 2 integer values here and hence 2 integer values here as well. So we have a total of 4 integer values. This mod of 2x minus 1 minus 2 mod minus 5 mod is equal to 0. I'll start straight away from this point. This should be understandable. So mod of 2x minus 1 minus 2 whole mod should be equal to 5. Now, when in these kind of questions, just keep on taking the mods out one after the other. Just keep one thing in mind, that a whole mod of anything, so mod of any real value, can never be negative. That's all. So this can never be negative. So whenever you have a negative value, just ignore it. That's all. So let us use this idea. So first thing, if I take this mod out, so I have mod of 2x minus 1 minus 2 is equal to plus minus 5. Now check this out. What you're getting is mod of 2x minus 1 is equal to 2 plus minus 5, right? 2 plus 5, 7 is fine. But can mod of 2x minus 1 be equal to 2 minus 5? That is not possible, right? So the only thing acceptable is 2 plus 5. So leave it at that. So mod of 2x minus 1 is 7, implying 2x minus 1 is plus minus 7. I don't need what is the value of x. We are looking for how many values of x satisfy the solution. 2 values. For each of the values, so for plus 7 as well as minus 7, you are going to have a different value of x, right, which satisfies. So we have 2 solutions in this case. Hopefully you liked the solutions we provided for these questions. And if you did like it, do not forget to like the video and share, subscribe, and comment.
And if you plan to prepare with us in a structured manner, then do check the courses in our website. In the CAT comprehensive course, you will not only be prepared for each topic, for CAT, XAT, NMAT, SNAP, IFT, but you will also have a one-to-one guidance and doubt clearing throughout your preparation. The workshops, mocks, and sectional tests will prepare you for strategy and decision making in the tests. The GDPI WAT preparation is also included in the course, making it a one-stop preparation hub for CAT and other management entrance tests of India. Take a trial of this course and check the way we have trained before you make the actual purchase. For both CAT as well as GMAT, we also offer the option to attend the classes live and one-to-one with mentor. Depending on whether you are preparing for CAT or GMAT, check the relevant course among these two. You will have the option to take the full course or customize the sessions as per your requirement. For instance, you may purchase the hours for just doubt clearing or mock analysis or any specific topic. Simply book a demo with us and have an experience of our one-to-one sessions. We also have mini courses, which we call the capsules, customized for you to select specific areas and train yourself. For each specialized area of training, you'll be trained everything from basics to all types of applications and variations of that particular topic. If you are looking to strengthen your understanding of specific areas of any section, which are tested in CAT, GMAT, or any other aptitude tests, then this will be the perfect course for you. Each capsule will have video lessons as well as practice sets covering all areas of that topic with video explanation of each question that are discussed in the practice sets. Every course at Mathoratory is designed to provide flexibility and complete support as per students' requirement. We will always be there to guide you and help you prepare as best as we can. Simply visit our website and check the relevant course. Book a demo with us or take a trial of the course and make the right choice as per your need. Thank you for joining in and have a pleasant preparation ahead.